Hi everyone, it's Jodi. Thanks for joining me today. It is Thursday, and that means that I get to come on and show you what I've been stamping lately. So what I'm using today is the Slim Sayings bundle. If you have our mini catalog, you can look on page 52. You'll see the Slim Sayings stamp set as well as the coordinating dies. I pulled the catalog in because I wanted to show you there's some really neat samples shown in the catalog here. So this one, there's the chevron die. Oops, you can see right down here. That's what was used to make this background. This fun edge on this card, the die here. There's some really neat samples in the catalog. So like I said, page 52, you can also look in my online store. It'll show you the same samples there. So this is the Slim Sayings stamp set, which has got some great greetings. I can't wait to do graduation cards this spring with this one too. And then I wanted to pull in the dies to show you what we've all got here to work with. So there's two pieces like this, and then, oh my goodness. Okay, these apparently are stuck down really well. So we've got this edge as well as this edge. You can tell because they're stuck down. I haven't played with those yet. I just got started playing with this, and I've got some fun projects to show you. So today's project, I'm going to use this die. So this is a longer die than what we often have. It goes with the slim card design. This one, I've got another project I'm going to show you probably next week that's really fun with that one. But for today, I'm going to use this chevron die. And the greeting I'm using out of here is you really are fabulous. So we're going to use that one too. I'm going to show you the card first, the completed card, because I want to tell you just a little bit about it. First of all, you might notice that this is a slim card. This is not our usual where you take 8.5 by 5.5 and fold it in half to get your card base. So this one here, this is 8.5 inches long by 7 inches here. So this scored line is at 3.5 inches. So this front is 8.5 by 3.5. So it's a little bit different, and you might be thinking, well, gosh, that's a really neat shape, but how do I mail those? We've got these new slim envelopes, which are really cool. So you get them in a package. It's gray, soft succulent, and white. There's some little designs here on the top just to make them a little more fun. And these cards fit perfectly right inside these envelopes. These come in an assortment, and they're right on the same page in the catalog. So you can check those out, or again, online. Okay, so what I want to show you, this is pretty straightforward. You've got the pale papaya, positively pink, a layer of designer paper, which is gorgeous, by the way. So that's pretty straightforward. You can see, just a little greeting here and a bow. Like, you're probably thinking, well, yeah, it's cute, but there's nothing, that really requires explanation until you see these little chevron pieces. That's what I want to focus on today and show you how I did. So I'm going to take this piece of basic white cardstock and the die here. Now I could just go ahead and run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and get these pieces, right? But you might notice this is not quite the same color. You can see that this has a little bit of a pink tone where this is our basic white. It's just a stark white color, more like the label is here for the greeting. So what I want to do first is just such a quick and easy thing, but it adds so much to the project. So I'm going to take my Positively Pink ink pad and one of my blending brushes and just tap it on here gently, kind of go on my scrap paper to get some of the ink off, and then just blend some ink over this paper. I can make it as light or dark as I want it to be. As I've said before, you can always add more. So I tend to start with a lighter hand and then add more ink as I want to. I don't want to start like, if I just went like this and went here, you're going to get some weird marks like that. So that's why you'll see me go off here and then blend it onto the paper. I almost start blending like off and pull it onto the paper. So I think we've got enough pink on there to show you what I'm doing. So right now you're thinking, oh, that doesn't really look great, right? But what I'm going to do is take this and now put the dye over it. And you can see when I cut this out, now I'm going to have those pink pieces. So my Stampin' Emboss machine is up to the side here. I'm gonna run that through and cut those pieces out and pull it back for you to see. Oh. Okay, so I've got my pieces here. Let's just kind of slide it off like that. And you can see, like I said, there's some pieces on here that I'm definitely not going to be using. But you can also see these pieces, which is what I would put on here. So I just attached these pieces that I had already sponged onto the card. So doesn't that just make such a difference? You can see in the one that I just did for you, I used a little bit of a heavier hand. It's a little darker pink. So there's so many variables depending on how much ink you apply, but it's very different from the plain white, basic white cardstock. Now, if you wanted to run this through the machine and get these pieces and add ink afterwards, you certainly could do that. I just find it easier to apply the ink first rather than, you know, trying to hold on to these little pieces. So that's a little bit lighter, like I did that one. So that's what I wanted to show you today. First of all, just these slim cards I think are just so fun and different to work with. The coordinating envelopes that go with them are really neat and a lot of fun. I love the color combination. Makes me feel like spring really might happen when it's supposed to. But then just this quick tip of using a blending brush. I love these blending brushes. Adding a little bit of color and then using, you know, I didn't use this whole, every single piece that the die cut out. You certainly could, but you can get a really neat effect just by using a few pieces too. So be creative with that. You can use designer paper, you can use a solid color cardstock, or you can use white and add your own color to it. So that's what I'm up to this week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.